weekly episode. So, in this particular episode, we'll go through all the sectors that you should be avoiding in this market and the sectors that you should be focusing upon. See, as evidence is presenting itself, it's increasingly looking like a market that was very similar to the 2017, 18, 19 period. In that period, what was happening was that broader market was not doing that well, whereas handful of sectors were shaping up really well in the market. And had you not had allocation to the right sectors, obviously that would have impacted portfolio a great deal. Over the last 4 to 8 weeks, I've discussed many strength pockets in the market and I'll cover those again. But today I'll do a deep review of each sector in the market, which ones you should be selecting and which ones you should be staying away from. The first sector I'll quickly cover, and this is a normal daily time frame chart, 50 DMA. This is a ratio chart, that is media price divided by the price of Nifty 500. In other words, this is a relative strength chart. In relative strength, there are two things I like to see. Number one year relative strength, and sometimes I go back to 2 year relative strength also. So in media, if you see, this is a sector that has been consistently underperforming the market. This is a sector right away I'll reject. It just does not deserve your money. Can some of the stocks in the sector do well? Well, that is always the case. But basket or a group or a sector in general, whenever you get it right, it's much easier to make money in the market, because a lot of sectors, when they start moving up, or rather when one sector starts moving up, a lot of stocks within that sector also start moving up. The next is IT. IT has been an interesting case because if you look at the last 2 year performance, it's not a rank outperformer, but in between there were phases where IT was doing well, and mainly it was because of the performance of Nasdaq. You've seen this vertical drop coming in IT again, mainly because of what has happened in the US. So for the time being, I think IT remains weak. And recently, IT companies came out with their numbers. The guidance was exceptionally poor, earnings guidance, that is. They were anticipating a growth of 1 to 3.5, 3% for the next fiscal year. This is never great news. It's never great news for the global economy if the IT sector or the management of IT sector in general is not anticipating growth coming forward within the IT space. So this is something you have to keep on track. Now, Nifty Realty is an interesting case because in 2023 to 24, this was a sector that was massively outperforming the market. If you even look at the sector now, the sector has come down with the market, but the relative strength performance is not that poor when you compare it with something like a media or even something like a IT. Within the IT sector, if you see, just look at how sharp relative strength has fallen, whereas realty is still holding up well. So I would tell you, realty you should keep on the radar, mainly because liquidity in our country especially is aligning in favor of high beta. It's just that globally the liquidity is still not great, and it will take time for realty again to set up, but this is definitely a sector that you need to watch out. Energy, again, I'll skip for the same reasons of media. It's dominated by one large company. The relative strength performance is very poor, although it is setting up above 50 DMA. There's just no evidence in the RS yet. Nifty Microcap. Now, this was a darling of stock market between 2021 and 24. Then we started seeing a lot of volatility. Today it is again setting up above 50 DMA, but the RS still is not satisfactory. So microcaps is again a space that I would stay away from, at least for now. Small cap, the same reasoning. Darling of stock market between 23, 24, 22. But now when I look at the recovery in RS, just look at this recovery here. This is just not enough for you to draw any conclusion as to some bit of buying is coming in this space. Some stocks obviously will do well from micro caps, small caps, mid caps, but theme as such is not that great. So I'll quickly flip the chart, look at small cap 100, Nifty Digital, very similar to IT. Auto, again, was a very good sector, was setting up well. It's very similar to realty, so I won't completely ignore auto sector yet, but it is still in a lower high, lower low structure. 50 DMA is sloping down. These are basic things that work very well in the stock market. Never underestimate the importance of 50 DMA or simple things like relative strength. Then I'll come to small cap 50. Again, RS improvement is not that great in the last 2-3 odd months. Oil and gas, very similar to energy. Mid cap, small cap 400. So this is a resistance region that I marked out. Actually, this is stage 3 structure of Stan Weinstein analysis for those of you who know about Stan Weinstein and how he analyzes the market. Again, RS recovery is relatively poor. So I would still be careful. A lot of stocks are definitely setting up in this space, no doubt about it. But you want to be in spaces where relative strength is heading up this way. There are some sectors that are doing that even now. Metal, I was highly optimistic about this sector. I still think this will set up. I was optimistic because RS improvement was really good. Again, this is a case study as to why RS can also fail. You can't trust it blindly. These things happen in stock market. I'm still optimistic, but let's see what happens on the tariff front. The IPO index, it's been recently launched by NSE. Again, look at the RS. I don't think this is a favorable period for IPO index yet. Consumer durable, you can definitely say price action wise has been doing well. This is good amount of consolidation happening above 50 DMA. RS is flattening out, but you need more evidence. Basically, you need to be in those sectors that are consistently making higher high and higher low with respect to relative strength also. Nifty PSE, some improvement is there in relative strength. So if I want to mark out a horizontal line, this particular pivot has been taken out. So this is a space you can look into it. It can improve over a period of time, especially if market remains stable. But overall, it's still not among the strongest sectors in the market. Then I'll quickly move to FMCG, very similar to consumer durables. Then pharma. Pharma is also in a lower high, lower low structure, being a lot more volatile than usually pharma space is. Relative strength is pretty decent. Actually, there are number of newly listed pharma stocks, especially the CDMO space, and there are also some pharmaceutical companies that are coming out with their own vaccines. Look into this sector. There are some interesting developments happening in the pharma and healthcare space, especially the hospitals, the CDMO, and companies that are applying for their own vaccinations, and whatever R&D they are doing, and they are becoming niche players in particular segments. So look into this space. Then you look at something like Nifty Infra. The RS improvement is relatively better. Can you see the difference between such an RS structure and something like this? Can you see the difference? So Nifty Infra definitely has RS that you should be paying attention to. Currently, it has moved above 50 DMA and now consolidating. Let it pull back a bit more. See which stocks are there in this sector, whether they are forming the similar structure, should be on your watch list. Again, healthcare, similar to pharma. The RS is generally not great because of a low beta space, that is the pharma and healthcare, but a lot of interesting things are happening in this sector. Let's come to PSU Bank. Good RS improvement because the banking names are again starting to do well. Between PSU, there was a time when PSU banks were doing so well, but now look at the RS. I'll just flip the chart. Look at the RS of private bank. Look at the RS of PSU Bank. Can you see the difference? Early on, in the 2021-23 bull market cycle, look at the RS of private bank, look at the RS of something like a PSU bank. Can you see the difference? Beautiful outperformance. And now private bank is going through that similar phase. I'll come to the banking space in a bit. New age consumption, relative strength is a bit flat. Price action is pretty much okay. Consumption, FMCG. Between consumption and FMCG, I think new age consumption and a little bit of old age consumption will do much better than FMCG because of the macroeconomic things that are going on in our market. So now let us look at the next space, which is the transport and logistics. Yes, price improvement has been there, but RS still is not sustainable yet. I'll just flip this chart with the capital market chart. Can you now see the difference? This is capital market, look at the RS. This is transport logistics, look at the RS. So I would obviously go with capital market because it is also one of the strongest sectors. I'll clearly state out my preference towards the end of the video. Nifty 100, it's just not fallen since February. Look at the RS with respect to 500, that is Nifty 500. This tells you that in this particular leg also, given that we have now checked the charts of small cap, micro cap, mid cap, the rally in the market has been limited to the top 50 to 150 stocks. Yes, most of the stocks have moved up, but the bulk of the heavy lifting has been done by mega large cap and large cap names in the market. So this is also a theme that is emerging. This is Nifty Mobility. The price improvement is good, but RS still not satisfactory. Nifty Core Housing. This has been forming a RS base since January. So this is definitely a sector that I would like to look at. Above 50 DMA, good amount of bullish candles formed on the chart. Relative strength, although has not improved a great deal, but you have to take into cognizance that since Jan 25, when the entire market was falling, there's a lot of accumulation that has happened in this space. Again, which stocks come into this sector? You have to go down and check which stocks qualify as per how you buy in the market. Nifty India Defense, look at the RS improvement. This is also one space you should be paying attention to. There's also some cup and handle pattern here that has got completed. Nifty India Tourism, again, RS has been steadily climbing. This is fantastic. Tourism means all the hotel, you know, subsectors that come in the tourism department or tourism broader industry, if I may rephrase it this way. Also, airline stocks. So these are pockets that you have to again pay attention to. This is again a cup and handle kind of a structure in tourism. The service sector, RS has been fantastic. This is the nifty service sector. Look at which stocks come into this sector. This is a beautiful relative strength structure. Nice amount of recovery. These candles are good. Rising 50 DMA. Nifty Bank. Fantastic RS. So Nifty Bank, Nifty Finance, Private Bank. This is something we have been discussing since the correction began in this market. This is fantastic structure in these three sectors that I've developed. Yes, in short term, there is a lot of momentum. The thing is, when RS is improving and price is heading lower, investors don't want to look at this space because obviously the news flow is not good. And when Nifty Bank, for example, moves from something like 50,000 to 55,000 and people have missed out, then they start coming in. That is the gaps that gets created on the chart. This is desperation, nothing but desperation. And then you see days like today when Bank Nifty has corrected substantially. In the last 2-3 days, it has fallen from 56,000 to today made a low of 54,000. Then you see people again start exiting. But if I have to give you my clear sector preference, that is the strongest sectors, which are the strongest pockets in the market today, it is financial services. This is the strongest pocket in the market today. Then comes private banks, then financial services, ex-banking names, then service sector, Nifty India Tourism, India Defense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 7 sectors that are the strongest sectors in the market today. And this is not going to change. Yes, earlier in January, February, I was discussing about banks, finance, metals, and in between IT also. Because if you look at the structure of IT in Jan 2025, it was just hovering around 50 DMA, that is. It's only when it breached this pivot of 50 DMA, that is when a stage 4 got confirmed in IT sector and then the sector started moving lower. But these strength pockets of finance, banks, and tourism, defense, IT, metal, I have discussed based on RS over the last 4 to 6 weeks. A couple of sectors have not worked out. IT has not worked out, metal has not worked out. In these 6 names, that is defense, tourism, service, financial services, ex-banking name, banks, private banks, financial services, there is a possibility 1 or 2 sectors won't work out. But this is the strength pocket in the market today. Not names like something like IT, not media, not energy, not even auto. In auto, there are just handful of stocks that are setting up. Not something like Nifty IPO. I am still bullish on Nifty Metal. Let us see how it goes. I think metals have underperformed a lot. And whenever the situation between US and China improves, then I think metal is a space to watch out. So there would be near-term volatility still. But overall, I think this sector will be okay. What I would stay away from is micro caps, small caps, mid caps, small caps, 400. This is a space I will still stay away from. And technically, I've explained why, because there's still a lot of headwind. RS is just not great. Probably next week, when I have more time on my hand, I'll do a economic and financial analysis kind of a video for you. Again, in simple terms, explaining, linking things with global liquidity, with our local liquidity, and giving you a reason as to why the micro cap space, the small cap space is going to struggle a lot in the next few months. It will go up whenever the market has a rally, but it is not going to outperform the large cap space, the mega large cap space, and the large to mid cap space. Mid caps will still be fine, but micro cap, I don't know if there is anything below micro cap. SME, yes. SME, micro cap, and small cap. This is a space that is not going to do well in the market. And whenever the periodic correction comes, which is going to be in plenty, that is when you're going to see a lot of these stocks fall 5, 6, 7, 8% in a day. So you have to understand how people buy in the market. When this was happening, it's very difficult to buy. But when this happens, this is where a lot of people start buying. That is why time spent in the market is very important. And timing, you can have some tools where you can try and time the market, but your accuracy won't be high. That is why you always have to keep strength pockets on your watch list. You always have to wait for pullback. People who have missed out on financial services, private banks, tourism, defense, if these sectors qualify based on how you buy stocks or how you research in the market, you should look into this space. You should look into this space and see whether there is still strength in these pockets or not. Because if these pockets don't go up, I can tell you rest of the pockets are not going to go up. That is how it is. Strength always gets stronger. What is weak will always keep getting weaker. That is the rule of life. That is the rule that works in stock market also. The only thing that prevents you from capturing sector trends and riding them as far as the trend is valid is lack of discipline and patience. One day market falls 2-3%, the headlines change, the news changes, social media changes, and that actually impacts your mind a lot. In this market environment, there are just two things that you have to look for. That is, if you're a positional trader and then you take those trades and convert them into long-term investments. First, from the lows, which are the sectors that have rallied the most? Second, do those sectors have rising relative strength? And third, as these sectors are pulling back due to sentiment in the market, do they violate the 50 DMA and start heading lower or not? What are the kind of candles that are forming? If you look at the candle that is formed today, that is on Friday, it's not a great candle. But you also have to take into cognizance that the market has had a fantastic rally. Of course, it can pull back a little. There is a gap here, there is one more gap here. Price can come down, shake out short term participants, and then again set up and start heading higher. That is why you need to have a medium to long term view in this market. In general, always have a long term, medium term view in this market, because short term, anything short term is just random noise. And I don't think you'll find many people in the world who have done well with short term trades or short term investments. There are some brilliant people out there, definitely, but majority of us, and I consider myself just about average in terms of intelligence. That is how I would like to put it. Majority of average people actually do very well over medium term to long term, and they actually beat a lot of intelligent people hands down when it comes to the medium term long term. The reason being, time is your greatest friend in the stock market, provided you are doing your basics right. What are the basics? Rising relative strength, sectors that are in demand, and the same thing then you have to replicate in stocks. Look at the basic fundamental things also that I've taught you, and then stick with those. Don't churn too much. Don't look at social media or television headlines too much. Invariably, we are living in times where our attention goes towards these things. Dow drops 1300 points, people go and check gift nifty. That is how it is. So this is something that you have to avoid, because this is highly detrimental for your portfolio. All right, so do bring in your question, guys. Last week's questions all I had answered. My Instagram query is the DM is still flooded with a lot of messages, so slowly, gradually I'm replying to those. So have a great weekend ahead. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next week.